block that and just sort of scan that bit. And this one should go for around. Hello, welcome back to the channel. I nipped out earlier, went to pick up a Facebook Marketplace pickup, which was actually a personal one. It was just some like dumbbells I thought would might come in handy. While I was out, I happened to fall into a couple of charity shops, as you do. Ended up with a big pile of books. So I think it was about £12 I spent in total. And I've got 60 plus books. So yeah, lots of bundles, which is obviously what I love. But also got 3 pickups from yesterday. So I went to a charity shop yesterday as well. 2 charity shops yesterday. Picked up 3 books. Paid, I think it was £4 in total for these books. And those books should do very well. So yeah. I'll whip you around now and show you what I picked up and go through my thinking for the bundles. So here we go. Here is all the books. So yeah, these 3. I might do these first because these are sort of the really good ones. And then all the rest of it is all just bundles that I've just picked up. So yeah, very pleased with what I picked up. So this one. But this one actually isn't that good, I don't think. It was £1, and there was one listed for I think £12 plus postage, and one had sold for about £8 free postage. So yeah, I thought I would just pick it up. It just looked a bit different, a bit unusual. I don't really know what it is. It's Storming the Reality Studio. So yeah, I thought I'd pick it up for £1 anyway, give it a go. I thought even if I list it for a tenner plus postage, it's cheaper than what's already up there, so hopefully that will sell. But we'll see. In the same shop, I'll come back to that one in a sec, but I've got this one when I think of it. So this one was £2. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Similar ones I've seen sold in the same condition. So this one's actually got as a map that comes with it as well. It's in pretty good condition. There's a few marks here and there, sort of like on the cover. Nothing that bad. It's just like it probably just needs a wipe over if anything. I checked it because I wasn't sure if it should have a dust cover, but I can't see that they do. But the one I've seen, a couple of the ones I've seen sold went for around £25 to £30. So yeah, pretty good for £2. Games books, always ones to sort of look out for. Just something, obviously not all of them, but quite a lot of them can do quite well. And then this one was it just looked a bit unusual, and I thought I'd have a look it up while I was there. Like, there was actually a sticker, so it was £1. The sticker over the thing, but I managed to block that and just sort of scan that bit. And this one should go for around 50 quid. So I think there was a couple that had sold for around 50. There was one that was listed for 50. So yeah, it looks like it's quite a rarity. It's obviously James, that I'm guessing the band James. So yeah, that was a very nice find. It was one of those shops that I don't always go in because they have books for £1 each, so I don't think they really have much sort of any good in there. But yeah, glad I did. Glad I found that. And that should be alright too. So for about £4, sort of maybe around about 80 odd quid from 3 books before fees, and probably before postage as well. So yeah, not a bad return at all on that. And then these are the other ones I picked up today. So these are oh, sorry, I just got an offer come through for a very low amount. Just crazy people. Anyway, sorry. These are what I picked up. So in my local charity shop, one of my local charity shops, they do 8 books for £1. I've mentioned it many times. They do records in there as well for £8 for £1 now, although records aren't so good in there. And I'm not touching records anyway, so I just sort of, I always go in there to concentrate on the books. And I came up trumps today, I think. So yeah, I'll go through roughly what it is. So these are sort of like the individual books. So that, I think on that own, probably about a tenner on that Minecraft one. I need to research it further. These ones are just ones to throw in bundles. So Slaves of Mastery. If you can see it there. It's book 2. But I just try to get any sort of science fiction-y, fantasy type books whenever I see them, because they, you know, there's generally a call for them. You can just sort of throw them in a bundle if not. Martina Cole, I think I've got some others to bundle that in with, so that'd be good. CJ Sampson, I've got a couple listed in a bundle, but I might mix it up or put that in another bundle. Dan Brown, again, I've got bundles. I can't remember which ones I've got, so that I just grabbed that. Same with James Patterson, I've got some bundles, but this is from the Cross series, which I've got a few of, so I've grabbed that to put with that. Mortal Engines, you may remember from my last video, I actually have that listed. It's a different cover to the one I've got listed, but the same book, so I might even read that one myself. Star of Kazan is another sort of like teen fantasy book. Percy Jackson, I've got some more of those to put with that. 3 Chris Ryans, which is cool because I've got those other ones to put together in a bundle, and same with Robert Ludlum. Well, it's actually I don't think it's actually Robert Ludlum. That's Eric Van Lustbader. I can't say it. Who wrote it, but it was from the Bourne series. I've got a couple of other Bournes. I can't remember which ones, but that should be all right. A couple of Terry Pratchett's, which are always nice to pick up. I've just, if I don't get the sort of similar books, I'll just throw them all in a mixed bundle. Terry Pratchett tends to do pretty well, whatever it is. Robert Goddard, never heard of him, but there was just all books of the same sort of size and obviously the same, you know, writer and stuff. So I just sort of picked them all up. Thought I'd just throw them all together and see what it does. Always willing to take a punt on a bundle. These ones I'll go through. So Spycatcher, the comps for this, I checked it out when I was there. So it's Candid Autobiography of a Senior Intelligence Officer. The comps are a bit all over the place. Some had sold for £10 plus postage, some had sold for about £4 free postage. So yeah, it was a bit all over the place, but I thought I'd grab it. Cool little thing. Yeah, we'll see. I might just put it up. I think because it's a hardback and it's quite a good copy of it. So I'll probably aim obviously for the higher end and see how it goes. Another David Walliams. I've got so many of these. They just don't seem to sell for me. But it was there and it's hardback, and I've not got this one, I don't think. So I thought at least I can maybe make another bundle up and get them listed. So Hunger Games, they always seem to do well. I've this it's Mockingjay, Hunger Games. I can't remember what the other one is now. If you can remember it off the top of your head, let me know. Catching Fire, is it? Oh, I think it might be, yeah, Catching Fire. So I think I've actually got Catching Fire at the loft. So that'll be another bundle, which should go pretty quick. These, I'll come back to these because these were in a separate shop, but these two were in the 8 for £1. It's got some Philosopher's Stone is not the sort of good one I look out for, but it's still alright. But it's just got a bit, it's a bit squished. You can see the things, the pages are a little bit squashed. So but and it's obviously some faded, but I might just sort of try and put a load of heavy books on top of it and see if I can straighten it out, and then put that in a Harry Potter bundle. I got a Northern Lights, the what are they called, the I can't remember what it's called now, the actual the trilogy, Dark Materials trilogy. So all three of those, they tend to sell pretty well for me. That's another lot I tend to look out for. I have these ones, which are the Ultimate Football Heroes. My nephew loves these ones. I think he's actually got these. Yeah, but I'll probably just bundle those all up together because they can do all right. They were in a different shop, so I'll come back to those. And then there's all these Peter James books, all different types. So hardbacks, sort of like the slightly bigger ones, and then the slightly smaller paperbacks. Some are the same. So I've got Want You Dead. I've got Not Dead Yet twice in hardback. Want You Dead in hardback and Want You Dead in paperback. And Not Dead Enough in those ones, but that's fine because I can use those as a bundle. They'll use those as a bundle probably, and then use those as a bundle because they're slightly different covers. Yeah, so always different types of things you can move around, so that's good. I've got one bundle listed for Peter James, but I've got so many of his books. He's based in Brighton. All his books are based around Brighton, so it's interesting for me, and they tend to be quite a lot of them around because people in Brighton are interested. So these weren't in the 8 for £1. These were in the 5 for £1 in a different shop. So I picked up these. I think I've got 9 there. There was another one which I gave to my son because why not? So these Diary of a Wimpy Kid always seem to do quite well for me, although I've got a couple of sets listed and they just seem to they never seem to stay. They always never get picked up or get returned for whatever reason. So yeah, so I've got I think 2 sets listed that have both come back to me, and so I've relisted them. Very strange. Anyway, I'll get those listed at some point. And then the Harry Potters. So this was in a different charity shop. Paid £1 each for them, for these 4. There's not a huge value in these type of ones. There's probably more value in these, and they tend to sell quicker in like the older style Bloomsburg ones. But these ones will be good because I think I've got a whole set now. So I always find 7. Well, basically these 4 are a lot more difficult to get hold of. So yeah, now I've got the whole set. I've definitely got the other 3 up the loft, so I'll get them bundled up into a set and get them listed. That'll be very, very nice. Well, there we go. Thought I would just go through what I picked up. There's, with the book game, it's very much a numbers game. So, for instance, obviously those ones I picked up yesterday were very good pickups, but they're like with anything, the better ones are few and far between. So stuff like this is the stuff that I kind of like, because this is all kind of bread and butter that I can just throw together, get bundles listed, and get them sold and moved on. And then next time I definitely know what sells and what doesn't. So for instance, I know I've sold Harry Potter's, I've sold the Northern Lights, I've sold Diary of a Wimpy Kid. All of these majority of these I've sold before, so it just makes it a whole lot easier to list them and know what kind of money I'm going to get back. So yeah, it's all good. But yeah, thought I would share that with you. Hope it was interesting. I wasn't planning on buying any books. I've got a jumble sale next week to go to, which I'm going to hopefully buy some more books then, but I need to get a lot of these listed and out of the way. But I have been selling some of the ones that I listed in the last video, so it's a constant conveyor belt. So yeah, there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Hope that was interesting for you. Let me know what kind of book bundles you like to buy, and if you do like buying book bundles, let me know. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you, bye bye.